Hello, gamers, and welcome to day 8 of this campaign in Conflict of Nations. So this is where we are currently. Just to give a little bit of an update, we're almost done. We've done most of the cities of Spain. We have a few provinces to clean up. We still have a few sea provinces of different countries, but we have a pretty big, nice, contiguous area here with a little tiny bit of Sweden that I'm not really worried about. All right, so this is where we are. We're still number 1 with 38 to 22, the closest, which is Poland. And Poland brings me around to the subject of this video. Massive war is becoming inevitable. So I've talked about a couple of things a number of times. One is that I'm probably going to wind up invading Poland. Another is that I'm really not in favor of starting big, unnecessary wars. Now, I had started to question whether I was actually going to wind up invading Poland if Poland was never a threat to me, because Poland is growing, and if I could beat Poland just by growing fast, if there was not going to be an imminent conflict with Poland, I might just beat out Poland by growing faster, as I have been. Poland started out way ahead of me. Poland, when you first start the game, Poland is like number 9 and Germany is like number 25. Not exactly accurate in actual world terms, but I think the fact that this game is made in Germany, and there's kind of this whole legacy of German conquest and that kind of stuff that might lead people to people in Germany to put Germany much further down the list than Poland. But anyway, in the game, Poland is far ahead of Germany. We've passed them, and under some circumstances, we might just continue, knowing that Poland is really not big on attacking people. Poland likes to take out NPCs and essentially dead accounts. They like to take over countries that don't have people fighting with them. However, there has been a development. There is now a coalition which includes Poland, Ethiopia, which is unimportant, Turkey, and Norway. Now, Ethiopia, it is the number 3 account. That's probably going to change. Turkey or Norway will probably be number 3 soon. But there's Poland, which is number 2, Turkey, and Norway, which are probably going to be number 3 and 4 at the end of today, are all in this coalition. So here's my country here, Germany. Here's Norway. This Norway-Sweden looks like a big bent erection. This Norway-Sweden bent erection, and Turkey. This is a coalition, all to my west. For one thing, that means I have no way of spreading west without going around here and through Africa. If I want to get further into Europe or down here in the Middle East, I have to go around this way. So in that way, it's just created an inconvenience. But it's not just an inconvenience, because I run the risk of having these 3 all decide to attack me at the same time. Now, at this point, obviously, my country is bigger than any of these individually, but you put them all together, I guarantee these guys have more troops than I do. They have more cities than I do. Put together, they have more stuff than I do. And if they all decided to attack me in unison, that could be bad for me. So it has now become inevitable that there will be a major, major war very soon. Now, this is not only to let you know there's going to be some really interesting stuff. It's going to be fun to watch within the next few videos. I'm not sure it's going to be... I may skip a day or two just as I'm doing preparations. I'm not going to be taking over anything. We're doing preparations for the war to come. But and I'm not going to show in detail or tell in detail what I'm doing to prepare for this war, because that would be stupid. Perhaps one of them comes across a video and finds out exactly what I'm doing and exactly what I'm planning and starts planning accordingly. So I'm not going to talk in depth about what I'm going to do, but I will be showing it and explaining it after it has happened. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I may skip a day or two of making videos on this, and maybe I'll add some videos on Europa Universalis or Civilization or something like that. That will also be interesting strategy play until this big war has happened. But it's also important to think about when you are in this game, if you are building a coalition, if you're joining a coalition, to think about, okay, there's this big country here which is spreading aggressively. You have a big aggressive player on your border. Maybe you want several countries nearby who can help you if you get into a fight with this person, but at the same time, you may wind up boxing them in and forcing the fight. If Poland had continued to grow passively and not show any aggression and not have these big neighbors, I might have just wound up trying to outcompete them, to outrace them to the finish line. I might also have taken them out, depending on how well they grew and whether I thought it was worth the fight to take them out. But at this point, they have really left no option other than war is going to happen. So as you are building a coalition, or if you're joining a coalition, you might want to look around and think about, okay, who is this coalition actually going to provoke? Because I can guarantee none of these guys individually wants a fight with Germany. Poland definitely doesn't. Poland is not big on fighting other players. Actually, having a war against a couple of other countries right now, and those countries attacked Poland. But definitely Poland is more into the NPCs. I don't know about Norway and Turkey, but together they become a threat, and that threat cannot just be ignored. So when you're building a coalition, think about who you're provoking and what wars you are starting just by having the coalition you are. And stay tuned to this channel, because there is going to be some interesting stuff happening, some dramatic stuff happening, where I'm going to be having to use a lot of strategy to deal with these three countries. Because if you don't want to fight three countries at the same time. They can come from different directions. That could be ugly. So I'm going to be using some very interesting strategies to deal with this, and hopefully we're going to come out on top. So stay tuned, and please like, share, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions about what I should do here, if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments or not, however you like. And I'll see you next time.